Wonders is a reading program that encompasses all types of learning styles. It is a complete program in the fact that you do not need to go find anything else. You don't need to spend your time searching on the internet. You don't need to go ask other teachers what they're doing.
Wonders to me is a curriculum that does have the different levels for the gifted and talented as well as those struggling readers. So the program is kind of getting to know the kids but also trying to include what their interests are. They pull grammar, they pull writing, and the different strategies for the writing. They'll get, we call it an open-ended response at the end of a cold read. So it's what they're going to see on a state test, and they do that on a weekly basis. So at the beginning of the school year, it's kind of reviewing with the students what's expected, but by the time that April comes around or the spring, it's something that they're very well versed in it.
You know, we actually asked this question of the teachers the other day, how we feel Wonders prepares our students for state testing, and they said a lot of it is integrated into the types of questions that you would get on the PSSAs, and it's worded in the type of fashion that you would find on the state testing. The interactive read alouds, they are part of day 1 and day 2 every week. Day 1 I usually read with the cards that I can stop and ask kids questions while I'm reading. And they love them. They love to be practicing those skills that I ask them about what good readers do while they are listening to a story. And they can tell you what those are and they can practice those. And those cards, they're very nice because on the back they have the whole story. So of course I can be showing the card, reading it. And then on the other side there's the list of vocabulary words that are being used, questions that you could ask. If there's any students in the ELL category in your class, there's also a little section there for any of the needs that might be with the ELL students as well. It took a while for them to finally catch on, but when they did, actually started reading by themselves without having to, get assistance from me. It was just so nice to see that they were confident enough to be reading with me. They didn't want to read really quiet. They were happy that they could get most of the words right.
They go from learning to read and now reading to learn. So if we kind of promote it and let the kids share what they're writing about, I think others kind of buy into that. So they want to write those big words or those describing words too. We have little writing leaders. They like to be editors, and we say, okay, could they switch with an editor? So then the editors will take their little red pen, they're very professional, and they'll edit the papers. And then we have the writers that just have these wonderful ideas. So it's kind of like working in like a little organization.
Right, you know that it's going to happen. You know for sure that it's going to happen. What are you certain about today is going to happen? What is something today in our school day that we know will happen? Zoe?
Have specials.
Right, we will have specials. That is certain. Riley?
Lunch.
Lunch. We have to have lunch. So, Andy?
10 o'clock will pass by.
10 o'clock will pass by. Very good. Devin?
Learn.
Learn. You're certain we'll learn. Very good. Right, what does flutter mean? Flutter was one of our vocabulary words.
Move pretty fast.
Move in a quick motion. Very good. All right, let's read out to find out what happens.
Harry said, I love to play hide and seek. You are good at it. Flutter said, I am good at it. Someday we will play.
Good.
I'm fairly new, to being a teacher. This is only my 5th year. But what I like most about our district is we are a working community. We are a working class. And we have curriculum and we have resources right at our fingertips. Just using Reading Wonders as an example, we have this curriculum and we have these resources and we have professional development that trains us into using the program, and that's really beneficial.
Teaching is a lifestyle, I think. You're a mom, a friend, a nurse, a secretary. You're everyone to these kids.
You see these kids that come to you in September and they never want to raise their hand to volunteer. And now after being exposed to the program, they come into your classroom and they know the vocabulary words and they're raising their hand. And their fluency is getting better significantly from the beginning of the school year to the end.
Teaching last year was the first year that our district had used Wonders, and the students coming into first grade had a very hard time adjusting to the program. There was a lot expected of them, and it was just expected in a different way. My students this year, it's completely different. They understand what's expected of them, and they're doing very, very well. I can see a difference in using this program than what we were using before. A big difference.